was it just so enticing for me having Mecha Trainer around? It was too juicy. Keeping Mech on the board was way too juicy apparently. What's going on, team? Proof here. Yeah, but this video is gonna be me showing you my Dudley Focus Limit Break deck going up against Shadow Paladin. And Shadow Paladin to me is one of the tougher matchups for us to face in the current moment, because they have a lot of resource generation thanks to the main, the draw triggers, Bob Carr. All those pieces put together can help put a lot of resources in their favor, which helps them manipulate their board state to be able to use like Phantom Blaster Dragon, Phantom Blaster Overlord, things like that. And being able to use those early and often can put a stranglehold on our resources, which is something we need to keep in mind while we're playing the matchup. And if they can get to cross ride on Phantom Blaster Overlord and be able to use his Counter Blast 2 ability, can just help put a whole lot of pressure on us, kind of get stomped out through their resource and being able to chop down our resources. So I got a couple games from stream, kind of exploring the matchup and kind of get a feel for it. And it's a matchup that I want to get a better handle on, because I don't think Shadows are going to go anywhere for at least another good little bit. But I hope you enjoy the games. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you next time. Peace. Be easy. Please let this kid win. Can't do it. Got to earn this dub in this household. That's a very nice hand. See, I can pitch this because I have the beans here. I can pitch this for a PG. However, nah, I need to draw an additional grade 1 to have a 2 attacker first turn. But is that worth it? It might be. I'll keep it. Got a PG anyway. 38 packs, only 1 SP Emperor. That's more SP Emperors than I have. Next turn, well, they're gonna give me a damage, right? I can ride Panther. I can put Beans back for Phantom, call Bracky, and then I can more or less guarantee dealing 2 damage. I'll feel more apt to do that if I hit a draw trigger. Otherwise, I might play it slow. Alright, so them doing this tells me that they play draw triggers, because you only do this if you fear hitting double draw trigger. Alright, do we want to play it fast or do we want to play it slow? We can play it fast or we can play it slow. That's where we wanna go. Straight down to Krakamo. Decisions. I do have the backup Bracky in case they play an additional interceptor outside of the main. I want to try playing it slow to see what happens, and then we can revisit this later. Because then I definitely would have been able to deal 2 damage with the first play that I had in mind. But it's kind of curious what this card is there. Like, if that's a car, I'd rather it be here than here. No, the main. But that means it would have drawn into PBO if I gave him that second damage. Grab this. Ship this back for you. Tragedy. Got there anyway. Ooh, woo, what this? Thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Your luck stat was off the charts. 2 SP Emperor, 1 SP Beans. Yo, that's what's up. Oh, I want an SP Emperor. Maybe Emperor's fighting back because I used to talk crap about it back in the day. But I'm older now. 2 PPO down. The reason you do that is because you're getting ready to use the skill. It doesn't look that great, sadly. What doesn't look that great? SP Emperor? I disagree. Second heal down. And 5 draw triggers have been seen. Alright, I need a booster to help me out here. Maybe a medical manager. Another Bracky. Excuse me. I was 1 card away. Oh, decisions. Ah, they went for it. Interesting. I figured they would go for the PBO, but I guess this can just do that anyway. But we've seen this their 3rd one? Yeah. How many PGs is that scene? Seen at least 2 of them. But we know they don't have PBO in hand because it didn't give us a thinking nod. Ship this back for Phantom. Alright, what are we gonna do here? Bracky here. Emperor. Attacks. What are we calling out? Calling out a Douglas and a Panther. Giving up the Bracky in the process. Just get two non-grade 3s out of deck, and I can potentially heal, which would make... Well, I've seen not a lot of triggers. Alright, so we'll do this. And this. Yeah, I have to do this, otherwise I can't limit break. Trying to figure out when the audio decided it was gonna break. No. I like how I search out these two, and that was my immediate drive check. They have 3 triggers left in deck. They use their last counter blast for this. They have 1 PG here, 1 PG here at the bottom. So I'm not going to be able to limit break next turn, most likely. So I just need something to put here, take a slow turn. But then I'm probably dead next turn. Put this here, go there, there, pass turn. Seems the best course of action. But then they can kill this unless I heal. But I think I have to. I'm thinking about the point where I have to rely on the heal trigger in my last PG in hand. Let's add a trigger, card go to the bottom. So a 3 and 16. Three and 16, they have 2 PGs in hand, it seems like. The last 2. Either that or they've been holding on to PBO, get ready to unleash it now. Oh. That's their last heal. Can they let me get my beans. Come on, beans. Ah, okay. I think that was just a game where I ran out of resources. Like, I wonder if it would have. This is an oofta of a hand. I'm going second. Oh, Jesus. Alright, we're gonna play silent for a little bit. Just because the audio keeps breaking. I don't know what it is about shadows. Like, whenever I run into shadow players, my audio automatically just starts to break. I don't understand it. Yeah, it shuffles. Just press Control Shift M to mute it. Thanks, Takomu. So let's see. I can be aggressive next turn. Actually, not really, because they're on the 10K. That's also another thing. I went first last game, so being aggressive was probably more in my favor. Okay. I have 3 PGs in hand. Nice. Some people can auto open jab, some people can't. Ain't that the truth? You're not one of the people who can. Neither am I. I'm definitely part of the can't draw jab contingent. Interesting. They chose to go for PBO for the retire over the cross ride. Was it just so enticing for me having Mecha Trainer around? It was too juicy. Keeping Mech on the board was way too juicy, apparently. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. So they have the other PBO in hand. That also played into their decision. This is the first. I have the choice between Emperor and Seyfried. Now, I'm going second in the PBO. I don't think I want to sit on Seyfried for a turn. I have 9 triggers left in deck. Let's see, I can go here, trigger. I'll have Panther here. But conversely, I can just commit the Seyfried here and hit this. Emperor goes here, and then this hits free and clear. I don't have to worry about trying to RNG roll it. Yeah, I'm gonna ride Emperor. Is audio fixed? Nope. Might have to restart BlueStacks at this point. Well, this is 11K. I don't even have to go. I can do this. Test it out, test it out. It would have been about the same. So, in this event, if I rode Emperor and called this, I would have went Seyfried into here, hit the draw trigger, check the Emperor over here, and then the Emperor would have hit here, and then Panther would have hit here. So, the turn of events would have been about the same for this turn. What's my least favorite deck to play against? Currently it's looking like to be Shadows, at least with this deck. No intercepts. Interdasting. Oh, they're gonna go for the skill to pop my PG. Yeah. They're down one heal, which means they're about to check the second one here. Ah, they didn't. Lost the PG to the bottom. Okay. I can put what's his face? I can put Double Summoner here. And then I can go Seyfried here, here, and then this can do whatever. Keep the Bracky in hand for next turn, because I'm sure I'm going to live with my 2 PGs. See if I find a grade 1. Or another grade 2, maybe. If I find Douglas, do I use it? Maybe. It's enticing. Alright, found Medical. Medical Manager. What's the damage at? 3 to 4. I can put Manager here, and then I can go Seyfried, this can go Vanguard, and then this can hit over, this column hits over damage trigger. I like that. Probably Soul Charge of Beans right now. Called that. Called that. But it's fine, I couldn't use it anyway. But the power, nah, the power would not have mattered. Is it me or does the timer feel a lot faster now? Like, I don't feel like I'm thinking for that long and then suddenly the timer's down to the last bar. Maybe I'm thinking that long, I don't know. Event kill OP quadruple double summoner. Holy crap. The biggest difference between this current game and my previous game opponent, my previous opponent had all the draw triggers and all the advantage, so they were able to keep refueling their front row with interceptors, which put a stranglehold on my resources because I wasn't finding them. This game, my opponent didn't have nearly the advantage gain. That's their second heal. Am I looking for anything right now? I might just set up double interceptors. That's a good card. I got 4 soul to work with. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call Reckless over Seyfried, slide it back, put Bracky here. I don't have much time to think. Retire. Send Bracky at Vanguard and see what happens with their trigger situation, and then figure out what I'm gonna call after that. They have 4 triggers left. No, they have yeah, they have 4 triggers left. I totally missed out on the panther that was there. I panicked because of the timer. All right, got there.